Jennifer Lopez has been engaged 6 times, married 4 times, and even rekindled a fiery romance with Ben Affleck, twice. But behind the glamour and red carpets lies a love life filled with explosive breakups, legal battles, and scandalous rumors. From a teenage crush that lasted 9 years to a whirlwind Vegas wedding, a shocking arrest with P. Diddy, and a $10 million lawsuit from an ex-husband, J.Lo's journey to love has been anything but smooth. So why does she keep saying "I do," only to walk away? And what dark secrets from her past are resurfacing now? Hold on tight, because this is the untold story behind Jennifer Lopez's roller coaster love life and the lessons she learned the hard way. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was born on July 24, 1969, in the Bronx, a borough of New York City, and raised in its Castle Hill neighborhood. Her parents, Guadalupe Rodriguez and David Lopez, were born in Puerto Rico and met in New York City. After serving in the Army, David worked as a computer technician at Guardian Insurance Company. Guadalupe was a homemaker for the first 10 years of Lopez's life, and later worked as a Tupperware salesperson and a kindergarten and gym teacher. They divorced in the 1990s after 33 years of marriage. Lopez is a middle child. She has an older sister, Leslie, and a younger sister, Linda. The 3 shared a bedroom. Lopez has described her upbringing as strict. She was raised in a Catholic family. She attended Mass every Sunday and received a Catholic education, attending Holy Family School and the all-girls Preston High School, a private school. In school, Lopez ran track on a national level, participated in gymnastics, and was on the softball team. She danced in school musicals and played a lead role in a production of Godspell. She described herself as a tomboy and very athletic. There was lots of music in the typically Puerto Rican household, and Lopez and her sisters were encouraged to sing, dance, and create their own plays for family events. West Side Story made a particular impression on the young Lopez, who wanted to be an entertainer from an early age. As a teenager, she learned flamenco, jazz, and ballet at the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, and taught dance to younger students, including Kerry Washington. After graduating from high school, she had a part-time secretarial job at a law firm and studied business at New York's Baruch College for 1 semester. At age 18, she enrolled as a full-time student at Manhattan's Phil Black Dance Studio, where she had already taken night classes in jazz and tap dance. Her parents were unhappy with her decision to leave college to pursue a dance career. According to Lopez, her parents felt it was foolish because no Latinas did that. Her mother asked her to move out of the family home, and they stopped speaking for 8 months. Lopez moved to Manhattan, sleeping in the dance studio's office for the first few months. Lopez's first professional job came in 1989 when she spent 5 months touring Europe with the musical revue show Golden Musicals of Broadway. She was upset at being the only member of the chorus not to have a solo, and later characterized it as a pivotal moment where she had to try harder and become that much more committed. In 1990, she danced alongside MC Hammer in an episode of Yo! MTV Raps and traveled around Japan for 4 months as a chorus member in Synchronicity. When she returned to the United States, she was hired as a backup dancer for New Kids on the Block's performance of Games at the 1991 American Music Awards. She also traveled around America with regional productions of the musicals Jesus Christ Superstar and Oklahoma. During this period, Lopez also danced in music videos including Dougie Fresh's Summertime, Richard Rogers' Can't Stop Loving You, EPMD's Rampage, and Samantha Fox's Hurt Me, But the Pants Stay On. Lopez stated, "I'd dance in a piece of garbage rap or pop video for $50 and make the money last a whole month." Her most high-profile job as a professional dancer was as a fly girl jazz funk dancer on the sketch comedy television series In Living Color. The show's choreographer, Rosie Perez, said she chose Lopez because she had that look that I knew the audience would tune into. Lopez moved to Los Angeles in late 1991 for the job. She filmed In Living Color during the day and attended acting classes taught by Aaron Spicer at night. Lopez felt ostracized by the other Fly Girls because of her voluptuous figure, and also clashed with Perez. The head of Virgin Records considered signing the Fly Girls as a girl group to rival the Spice Girls, but the deal fell apart. After appearing as a Fly Girl in seasons 3 and 4 of In Living Color, Lopez left to work as a backup dancer for Janet Jackson and appeared in the music video for That's the Way Love Goes. She was scheduled to tour with Jackson on her Janet World Tour in late 1993, but opted to pursue an acting career instead. Lopez hired In Living Color producer Eric Gold as her manager. He advised Lopez to lose weight if she wanted to succeed as an actress. Lopez's first professional acting job was a small recurring role on the television show South Central, 1994. She was invited to audition for the pilot by a casting director who had seen her speak to camera during a behind-the-scenes In Living Color segment. She then acquired an agent and was cast in the CBS show Second Chances. The series was quickly canceled, but her popularity with viewers led to her being cast in its spin-off Hotel Malibu. She subsequently appeared in the television film Lost in the Wild, 1993. For her first major movie role in Gregory Nava's 1995 drama Mi Familia, Lopez received a nomination for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Actress. She then starred in the action comedy Money Train, 1995. The film was not a box office success, though her performance was reviewed positively, which led to her being further noticed in Hollywood. In 1996, Lopez had a supporting role opposite Robin Williams in the comedy Jack, which director Francis Ford Coppola cast her in after seeing her performance in Mi Familia. She next starred opposite Jack Nicholson in the neo-noir thriller Blood and Wine, 1996, where David Rooney of Variety felt she delivered in Juggling the smoldering and soulful sides of the character. The on-the-floor singer explained the origins of her ubiquitous abbreviated nickname to her fellow judges, Derek Ho and Neo. Lopez, aka Jenny from the Block, revealed the famed name came from rapper Heavy D in the 1990s. Heavy D died in 2011. J-Lo came from Heavy D, she said during the episode. Remember Heavy D, the rapper? He would come into the studio when I was making my first album, and he would always call me Jenny Lo. Lopez continued to explain how she was dating Sean Combs at the time. So Puffy and Jennifer Lo and Jenny Lo was showing up in records. In 2001, Lopez released her J-Lo album, which featured songs like Love Don't Cost a Thing, Dance With Me, and I'm Gonna Be Alright. They were talking about us in records and stuff like that, she said. So I was like, I'm gonna name the album J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez has been engaged 6 times, twice to actor Ben Affleck, and married 4 times. Although the singer's turbulent love life has unfolded publicly, she is still romantic at heart. Lopez told reporters in 2014, via USA Today, "You know, I've always believed in that institution marriage. I believe in it, but it is difficult. I've had my challenges, but at the same time, I believe in love. And I think that is the main thing." She had her first experience with love when she was very young. In an interview with Alan Carr, Lopez shared that she was 13 years old when she fell in love for the first time. Her crush, she recalled, was her next-door neighbor, Louis. Of course, Lopez's relationship with Louis didn't last long. After this, her first real relationship was with David Cruz, whom she started dating when she was just 15 years old. Cruz and Lopez were high school sweethearts who grew up together and were together for 9 years. As she told the Daily Mail in 2004, his best friend was dating my best friend. He saw me and fell in love with me right away. Jennifer Lopez and Ojani Noah first crossed paths in 1996 while the latter was a waiter at Larios on the Beach, a Miami restaurant owned by Latin music legend Gloria Estefan. Despite a tiny language barrier, Lopez didn't know Spanish, and Noah wasn't fluent in English, as he shared with the Daily Mail. The duo began dating. The swiftness with which Lopez fell in love is a pattern in most of her relationships. 2 weeks after she and Alex Rodriguez announced their broken engagement, Ben Affleck was spotted at Lopez's home. Lopez often throws caution to the wind during the honeymoon phase of dating. Bauer explained, "When I look at J-Lo, I see a woman who loves being in love and all the highs and adrenaline that comes from a new relationship." Lopez and Noah tied the knot in February 1997. The couple had fights in private, which they would mask during public appearances. "I can tell you in my own experience, we would have disagreements in the car, and then 20 minutes later, we'd have to sit and pretend everything was fine," Noah disclosed in his chat with the Daily Mail. Lopez and Noah officially divorced in 1998, and Noah got a supposed $50,000 settlement. "When we divorced, I was heartbroken. I feel when she got what she wanted, I was no longer needed," Noah told the publication. Ojani Noah attempted to make a film about his life with Jennifer Lopez, but his efforts were futile. In October 2009, the rap obtained a cease and desist letter addressed to Noah and his production partners. which referenced the creation of a mockumentary dubbed How I Married Jennifer Lopez, the J-Lo and Ojani Noah story. The following month, Lopez sued Noah for $10 million. The actor accused him of breach of contract and invasion of privacy. Noah also reportedly had the intention of including private family videos of Lopez and himself in the mockumentary. He told E! News in November 2009, "They think I have a sex tape with her, Lopez, and that I'm trying to sell it. My tape is from our honeymoon, the wedding, us hanging out. There's no nudity, maybe one spanking." In December 2009, a Los Angeles judge banned Noah from using the tapes. Noah told reporters at the time, via People, "They're trying to stop me from making my documentary and I'm fighting for my rights." In December 2010, Noah and his then-girlfriend and co-producer, Claudia Vasquez, took legal action against Lopez. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the duo had already secured production and distribution partnerships with NBC and Telemundo before Lopez halted their filmmaking plans. They were seeking a $10 million compensation. Lopez filed an anti-slap motion, which was unsuccessful, but she eventually won after making an appeal. Jennifer Lopez and Judd met on the set of her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video in 2000. For Judd, there was no doubt that he had an instant connection with the Hustlers star, as he told Oprah, "Where are they now?" So, when Jennifer walks in, I shake her hand, and we kind of look at each other. In my head, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to marry this woman," Judd recalled. True to his word, the couple had their nuptials in September 2001 at a scenic residential property in Calabasas, California. In June 2002, word got out that Judd and Lopez's marriage was on the rocks, and the duo was keeping up public appearances while separated. Per People, via CNN, a source close to the couple said the breakup was mutual. Lopez officially initiated divorce proceedings in July 2002 on the grounds of irreconcilable differences. The exes reportedly didn't have a prenuptial agreement. However, they amicably agreed on how to divide their joint assets. According to divorce attorney Renee Bauer, Lopez has a strong ability to recognize when a relationship has run its course. J-Lo is a woman who knows when a chapter has come to completion, and she isn't going to compromise her own happiness to stick it out. If you look at her first two marriages, they were short. She knew it was not working, and she got out quick. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck met when filming the romantic comedy Giggly. The Martin Brest-directed flick was filmed from December 2001 to March 2002. In an interview with People, Lopez said of the first time she met Affleck, "I felt like, okay, this is it." At the time, Lopez and Judd had been married for over 2 months. The overlapping timelines fueled rumors that Lopez had cheated on Judd with Affleck. In a 2003 chat with Reader's Digest, via Entertainment Weekly, Lopez denied any romantic involvement with Affleck prior to the end of her relationship with Judd. "I'm a very faithful person," she shared. "If somebody had told me, Ben's attracted to you, I would have said, no, I wasn't raised that way." Although Lopez made her side of the story clear, one person, her ex-father-in-law, Larry Judd, didn't believe her. Larry told the New York Daily News, Lopez was infatuated with Ben Affleck from the start. She'd be happier if she'd just tell the truth. When Larry called out Lopez publicly, he drove a wedge between himself and his son, Chris. In his interview with Oprah, Where Are They Now?, Chris revealed that they didn't talk for more than 1 year afterward. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony first crossed paths in 1998 when the I Need You singers starred in the Broadway musical The Capeman. They both pursued other relationships. Anthony was married to ex-Miss Universe Dayanara Torres from May 2000 to June 2004, although they separated in July 2002. Lopez and Anthony eventually reconnected and got married in a surprise backyard wedding in June 2004. In February 2008, the couple had twins, Emmy Maribel Muniz and Max Muniz. Lopez and Anthony announced their impending divorce in a statement to People in July 2011. In an interview with ABC, Anthony explained that their split was amicable and foreseeable. "It was a realization on both our parts," Anthony told ABC. "It wasn't shocking. These things happen. It's a decision that we made jointly." Anthony formally filed for divorce in April 2012. At the time, Lopez had already moved on and was dating dancer Casper Smart. In a chat with Extra, Anthony acknowledged Smart's relationship with Lopez, saying, "Jennifer and I have a responsibility to the kids. So does Casper. He fulfills a very, very important role, and my children love him and respect him, and so do I." Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony's divorce was finalized in June 2014. The couple was granted joint custody of their children, Emmy Maribel Muniz and Max Muniz. Anthony would have to spend a week with Em and Max every month. He and Lopez additionally vowed to keep them away from the watchful eyes of the paparazzi. In a November 2014 conversation with HuffPost, Lopez said she and Anthony had a cordial co-parenting relationship, and she'd vouch for him in absentia. "Marc and I are very good friends. We're very supportive," Lopez told the publication. "I feel it's my responsibility as a mom, when their dad is not there, to let them know that their dad loves them very much, because that's the doubt that they have when he's not around or they haven't seen him." According to attorney Renee Bauer, Lopez's divorce from Anthony was the most impactful in the singer's life. That marriage endured and is probably the marriage that left its greatest mark on how she moved forward in other relationships. Lopez had to navigate dating as a mom after her split from Anthony. If a relationship were serious, as it were when she dated and got engaged to former baseball player Alex Rodriguez, she had to consider the possibility of blending families. When Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck first started dating, the couple was the talk of town. Things seemed serious between the duo after Lopez revealed that Affleck had proposed in November 2002. Sadly, the pair never made it to the altar. They called off their September 2003 wedding, then temporarily separated. In January 2004, Lopez's publicist confirmed their split in a statement to People. Years after their original relationship ended, Lopez and Affleck had a second chance at love. The couple first sparked rumors that they were dating again in April 2021, and finally made their red carpet debut at the September 2021 premiere of Affleck's film, The Last Duel. They tied the knot in a low-key Las Vegas wedding in July 2022. In August 2024, TMZ broke the news that Lopez had filed for divorce from Affleck. Lopez had reportedly filed without legal representation. According to divorce attorney Renee Bauer, Lopez's move was an indicator that her finances were in order. They likely worked out the details of untangling finances already, and she feels like she does not need legal advocacy. Also tells me when they got married, they probably kept their finances separate from each other, which could be something she learned after having a few divorces under her belt. Jennifer Lopez may have filed for divorce from Ben Affleck, but as of September 2024, fans are speculating that the couple may not be divorcing after all. On September 14, 2024, Page 6 reported that Affleck and Lopez were seen getting cozy with each other during brunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel. The pair was in the company of their children, who sat at a different table. 2 days later, an anonymous source told People that Lopez and Affleck would still get divorced despite their public show of affection. If the claims are true, Lopez and Affleck's divorce won't be messy because the singer has set precedents for a harmonious process by filing on her own. Divorce takes an emotional toll on people, no matter how amicable. So by JLo filing pro se, she is setting the stage for a quick and easy resolution. This is also common in divorce when couples are trying to keep costs down and already know how they are dividing assets. They go to the lawyer and say, "This is what we agreed to. Write it up." This approach minimizes time, cost, and the emotional toll divorce can take. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez crossed paths for the first time in Queens, New York in 2005 at Shea Stadium. She was with then-husband Marc Anthony and told Sports Illustrated, "We shook hands and it was this weird electricity for like 3 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds of looking at somebody right in their eyes and getting stuck." It wasn't until 2017 that they got the chance to reconnect. Lopez told Ellen DeGeneres that they ran into each other at a California restaurant. "It's very simple. I was having lunch somewhere and I saw him as he passed by," Lopez explained, according to ET. "Afterwards, I went outside and for some reason I felt like tapping him on the shoulder. There wasn't as much fanfare as we all would have liked. He texted me, said, 'Let's go out to dinner.' And I said, 'Okay.'" Lopez added, "We had a nice dinner." When DeGeneres teasingly asked if they went home together, Lopez replied, "Mama, don't sleep over on the first date." Things continued to blossom for the couple, but JLo told Harper's Bazaar in 2018 that she wasn't in a rush to get married. Sure enough, though, in March 2019, the duo became engaged in the Bahamas. Despite this apparent perfection, they broke up in March 2021 after some tension around possible infidelity on Rodriguez's part. In 2016, Drake and Jennifer Lopez nearly broke the internet when they were pictured in an intimate embrace on Instagram, a move which reportedly didn't go down well with the rapper's ex, Rihanna, or her army of fans either. But within a few months, the new power couple were no more. Drake later referenced their brief relationship on 2017 track Free Smoke. I drunk text J-Lo old number, so it bounced back. And a year later, he alluded to rumors that he cheated on the Made in Manhattan star on the song Diplomatic Immunity. I lost to J-Lo. Lopez herself had kept quiet about the whole affair until 2019 when she appeared on stage at Los Angeles' The Forum. Yes, on the opening date of her That's My Party tour, the triple threat started dancing to her ex's chart smash Hotline Bling. But as reported by Hollywood Life, when the line, "You used to call me on your cell phone," played, J-Lo stopped throwing shapes and, much to the audience's delight, quipped, booty call. Many saw this as a sign that J-Lo hadn't taken the relationship as seriously as Drake. These days, it's hard to imagine Jennifer Lopez ever getting into any trouble. However, in 1999, the singer found herself briefly behind bars after getting arrested with her then-boyfriend, P. Diddy. As New York Magazine reported at the time, it all started when P. Diddy accidentally bumped into someone at a club, spilling their drink. Things quickly escalated from a physical fight to a shootout. According to the Daily Mail, 3 people were injured. The couple reportedly fled the scene with a gun and were later arrested. According to New York Daily News, after 14 hours in jail, the charges against Lopez were dropped. She's a beautiful woman, no doubt about it, but she looked kind of plain Jane-ish. One cop even told the publication, via Paper Magazine. The case led to rumors about the disintegration of Lopez and P. Diddy's relationship. Eventually, the pair split in 2001. Lopez has been allegedly linked to the legal controversy involving Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z, who are accused of raping a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards in New York, US. Photos showing Jennifer Lopez in a confrontation with Combs on the same night have brought attention back to the events surrounding that evening. Jennifer Lopez has not been named in the lawsuit, though. The amended lawsuit, filed on Sunday, names Jay-Z, Sean Carter, as one of the defendants. A woman who previously sued Sean Diddy Combs, alleging she was at an awards show after party in 2000 when she was 13 years old, amended the lawsuit Sunday to include a new allegation that Jay-Z was also at the party and participated in the There's no feud like a diva feud, and Jennifer Lopez has spawned more than a few celebrity catfights, but this one has to be the biggest because it involves none other than Mimi herself. At some point in the early 2000s, Mariah Carey gave an interview with a German-language news outlet and gave her opinions on her contemporaries. "I love Beyoncé. Beyoncé is fabulous," Carey said. When asked about Lopez, Carey replied with a fiendish grin, "I don't know her." She wasn't saying she didn't know Lopez personally. She meant that she had never even heard of this upstart vocalist. Those 4 words became a meme, recreated in both GIF and t-shirt, forcing Lopez to respond on multiple occasions. "I've read things that she said about me that were not the greatest, but we have never met," Lopez said on Watch What Happens Live in 2014, having apparently taken Carey's shade literally. In a 2016 spot on The Wendy Williams Show, Lopez changed course, stating that she and Carey had met many times. Carey remained unwavering when she hit Watch What Happens Live later that year, stating, "I don't know her. What am I supposed to say?" Gossip columnist Roger Friedman points to an early 2000s inciting incident between Lopez and Carey. The feud may have something to do with Lopez's alleged theft of elements of If We and Loverboy, 2 songs Carey recorded for the soundtrack of her giggly S-bomb Glitter, and used them on the album version and remix of her song I'm Real. Welcome to the Battle of the Divas. Nicki Minaj and Jennifer Lopez first exchanged jabs during 2012 RuPaul American Idol episode, when Minaj performed and the latter was working as a judge. After the rapper finished her set, she asked, "I was hoping maybe I could come back and be a guest judge. J-Lo, can you scoot over a little bit?" Awkward. Things got even icier when Lopez quipped back, "I don't know if there's enough room for both of us." Not letting it go, Minaj got fired up and told the Hollywood Reporter backstage she didn't seem to be having it, but she gonna have it, before trying to smooth things over, saying, We were just joking around. Fast forward to 2015, however, and things between the two didn't seem to be any better. When Lopez opened the American Music Awards with a medley of songs that included an excerpt from Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, there was one person in the audience who appeared to be totally unimpressed: Minaj herself. As the camera cut to Minaj, her emotionless face undeniably said it all. But when a fan tweeted the clip and proclaimed, "Damn J-Lo, Nicki Minaj facial expression says it all," she fired back, "LOL, says what all?" I'm looking at my own face on the screen when I'm looking to the right. I turn back and look at her. Jennifer Lopez and Jenna Dewan seemed to get along just fine when they both appeared on NBC's World of Dance. The reality dance competition, which premiered in 2017, saw Lopez taking on the role of executive producer and judge, while Dewan acted as host and mentor. The pair, who are both dancers, never showed any signs of animosity on the small screen. But according to OK magazine Gossip Cop, the vibe was very different behind the scenes. Jenna can't stand Jen's over-the-top theatrical fakery. The outlet quotes an unnamed source as saying, "Jen never fails to ham it up when the cameras are rolling, and she hijacks the show. It seems she'd prefer if Jenna just stayed in the background. Every situation, even off camera, is micromanaged by J-Lo, and Jenna feels very excluded," the insider concluded. The alleged feud may need to be taken with a big grain of salt, however. Following the story's publication, Gossip Cop reported reaching out to an unnamed show producer, as well as Dewan's rep, and being told that the reports of beef on the set were absolutely not true. Jennifer Lopez hasn't just found success as an actress and singer. She's also the head of her very own production company. New Yorkin Productions first launched in 2001, and over the years has helped to bring films like Border Town, The Boy Next Door, Hustlers, and The Mother to life. In 2021, Lopez joined forces with Netflix as her production company grew. The collaboration is set to last for several years and will feature a number of movies, including The Mother and The Cypher. "I am excited to announce my new partnership with Netflix," said Lopez. Partners, Elaine Goldsmith-Thomas, Benny Medina, and I believe there is no better home for us than a forward-leaning content creation company that seeks to defy conventional wisdom and directly market to the millions across the globe who no longer view art and entertainment with the kind of boundaries and limitations of the past. Sounds like Lopez plans on wearing the producer hat for a while longer. Jennifer Lopez is famously ageless. Unsurprisingly, she takes her skincare routine pretty seriously. One of her rules is no alcohol. As she told The Independent, it has made a huge difference in her skin. "I don't drink or smoke or have caffeine," she said. That really wrecks your skin as you get older. In another interview with Harper's Bazaar, the star explained that mantras have also helped her maintain her youthful looks. "I am youthful and timeless. I tell myself that every day, a few times a day," she said. It sounds like cliched bullshit, but it's not. Age is all in your mind. Look at Jane Fonda. Her ex-boyfriend Alex Rodriguez confirmed she really leans into the big fundamentals, like getting her rest 8 to 10 hours. She doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. She lives a very clean life.